Have you ever heard someone, before they get married, they say something like, "Oh, I can change him or I can change her. I can help them become better." Almost like they're idolizing the person and maybe even idolizing marriage, which is something that you don't need to do. You should never do. You should not do at all. Also, finding their identity in their spouse if they can't change them over time. I think that, well, since they haven't changed, it's a reflection on me. But for the most part, that is not true. So in this video, I want to try to help you, or help people, help us Christian men, and even some women who probably be watching this as well, shift our focus from these ideologies. And I might give a bonus one at the end. I got top 3 and I got a bonus one at the end. But shift our focus from, hey, I can change my spouse, to, or I can change my future spouse if you're about to get married. Oh, I want to change this person to make them fit what I feel like my spouse should be. Even to just idolizing marriage, going around telling other people that, hey, you should get married. You should get married too. Even to like people thinking that, oh, because he or she is not X, that makes me look bad, which could be true, but that's not where your identity should focus. So shift number 1, you can't change your spouse. Let me go ahead and tell you, I have tried to change my spouse. It does not work. You cannot change your spouse. You don't have the power to change your spouse. You have the power to love, and you have the power to forgive. You have the power to have, you have the power to hold. You don't have the power to change. Only God can change the person. Now, can you influence the change? Absolutely. But with the power of God, of course, in our minds, showing patience, kindness, gentleness, love, long suffering, then yes, a change could happen, but that should not be your target. Your focus should not be, hey, I'm aiming to change this person's whole perspective on life. So where do we get that from? I think, if I'm honest, the culture we live in says you need to get what you want. You deserve happiness. You deserve this. You deserve whatever it might be. I would go against that and say, no, it's not that you just deserve all these good things, but if you work towards a good marriage, if you actually put in the work, then yes, then if both you guys are in the same trajectory, then yes, these magnificent things in your marriage can happen. And honestly, if you really want your spouse to change, yes, you have the power to pray. Sorry, you have the power to love, and you have the power to forgive. You can also pray about it. So you definitely pray about the.
What you doing?
Oh, did she wake up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's still asleep. Half asleep.
well, it's been a while. You want to jump in this video?
Yeah.
All right, let's get her in here. All right, so everybody, welcome back, Miss Mary Rose, who hasn't been in this video in a while. By the way, here's my audience that I'm talking to. That way, I can focus on here instead of looking down at the camera. You want to see my audience? This is my audience. Again, the light is shining. There's my audience. I drew little pictures just so I can remember to look here instead of elsewhere because I have my picture anyway. So I'm talking about refocusing instead of focusing on or refocusing your thought process about your spouse or what they're doing versus what they're not doing. The first one I brought up was how people say before they get married, "Oh, I'm gonna change them," or I can change. That's probably the better way to put it. I can change them. Which I actually said that with another girl I was dating at the time. I said, "Well, I can change her," but then like maybe about a week, 2 weeks through, I realized it's not possible. We don't change our spouse. Do you have any thoughts on that? Or we don't change our fiance, and then when you get married, you are not going to be able to change your spouse.
I mean, only God can change a person. Habits, thoughts, how they speak, how they react to a situation. Based on what you said I. That means to say self. And most of the times, instead of being we think like it's selfless, but it's becoming more selfish.
What do you mean? It becomes more selfish. Like you want them to change for you.
Yeah. Instead,
You made me think of something. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was thinking of something. You then put the onus on yourself when you say, "Oh, I can change them," or "I'm gonna change them." So in other words, if they don't change, it's your fault, and the onus goes back to you. So if I were to say to my previous relationship, "Oh, I'm gonna change her," and all of a sudden nothing happens within say 2 years, there was really no significant change that I saw in some actions. But again, I kind of stopped wanting to change. I just said, whatever, go with it. But it would be a failure on my part. But well, you told all your friends, oh, you're going to change him or her. You didn't do it. Seems like you're not powerful enough. You're not strong enough. You're not as I guess influential as you thought you were. I think one of the things I've heard whenever we were talking to one of the couples, I think this was in Tupelo when we were in Mississippi. The guy was like the same way, or the woman. It was the woman said how her husband does something. I can't remember the
or
way.
they
Something.
lit the fireworks. You know
Was it the fireworks?
how her husband would playfully act like a child.
Oh yeah, she said she would. She tried to get him to change and stop that, but he just never did. He doesn't stop playing and acting that way. He's still himself. You need to act more mature around the kids. No, he's still a playful guy. That's a characteristic you're not going to change. Now, could you possibly help change, like maybe perspective, attitudes?
Bad habits.
Yeah, I mean, you can facilitate and help that go along. Like I know sometimes I'm very quick to say things, and through our marriage, you've helped me learn to process the it first versus just spewing out whatever I want at certain times. But that's with the help of Christ and also understanding, okay, I need to do better at this, and I had to put in the work to make sure that happened. So I was before you came in, I was thinking how we pray about things. Um, is ask God to show you how to talk to your spouse, how to get that point across.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go and be like, I always bring up the dishes. I think it's like video number 3 where I brought up the dishes. Like, oh, you don't wash dishes the way I did back when I was like this, and that didn't help. What helped? Let me ask you this, because I've noticed you do tend the house a lot more. What has been the key factor to help you do that or take care of the house more?
Being
You're already doing it, but I think you're doing it more and you're doing it very well.
so in the past 3 or 4 months of us being away from each other, and me and Levi are like spending with friends for almost 2 months, and then spending with your brother's family for a month. That helps me to like look in other mother's perspective, how they dealt with having 3 kids, how they dealt with you know um, grown-up kids that doesn't live with them anymore. And that helped me and opened my views on how I'm going to what I'm going to do once we go back to here at her house. That helped me a lot. And they said like no household is perfect.
That was segueing to my next topic is idolizing marriage. Neither one of you is perfect. You're not perfect. Your spouse is not perfect. So why is it that for instance, I was a proponent of this, and I got to stop doing this. I've learned to stop in the last 2 or 3 years in saying, man, you need to get married. You need to get married. You're almost setting people up for failure if you don't tell them the truth first. Like, yes, marriage is awesome. Marriage can be amazing. Marriage can be tremendously wonderful. But, and I will say, but as a contrast, if both people are not on the same page, marriage can suck. Marriage can be terrible. And even with both people on the same page, you're still dealing with 2 different ideologies, 2 different cultures, Philippines, Black American coming together. We have different ideologies and different, ways of life. and now we're coming together. We're trying to put that, even though Christ is at the center of it, there's still going to be some difficulty even in that. So
Even
stop idolizing marriage.
even equally yoked sometimes experience one of the others would fall apart from believing Christ, like how why is Christ God allowing you know pain to others, and that changes the husband's perspective of who God is, and the wife is still tries to what's that tries to go to church with their kids, and now one of their daughter also wants to get to know God, and this mom wants to like is hoping and praying that through their daughter,
Hmm.
her husband will come to God again.
So at first were they both believers at the beginning?
Yep, they're both believers, and somewhere along the way, the husband fell off from his relationship with God because of what he sees through television and other medias. With others, um, perspective of like, oh, you need to marry somebody who is equally yoked.
Oh, so you're saying from the beginning, whenever people were like, "Oh, don't you need to hurry up and get married because you don't want to be," it's like you don't you don't want to fornicate, you don't want to live in sin, and you want to be equally yoked, and you think this person's a Christian, so you just get with them. But
Yeah.
instead of testing their faith, you don't test it. You just jump right in because, hey, I want to get married to this guy because I traps. I'm 40 plus years old. I'm not married yet, or I don't want to be single
It's a
forever.
pressure,
All the that's a better one. The pressure of getting married.
especially for women. Once we hit the age of 30 and then 31, it's almost like saying like you're out of the calendar.
They're like, your time is up. You're used goods now. Like, especially if you have a big body count. Man, I'm telling you, some of these dudes out here are vicious, and even women are vicious with dudes too. Like, you don't have six figures, you're not 6 foot, you don't have a whatever kind of car, all these different things. But then like, well, if they don't have this, I can at least just get married. We can work it out after that. Like, no, 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 no. Like, you gotta really, really think before you marry this person. Like, really, somebody said, see a person in all 4 seasons, how they act, how they respond.
Yeah.
Watch them during the winter, the summer, the spring, and the fall.
I
Go a
guess,
full year of actually getting to know that person.
and that's something like a lot of married couple who are divorced right now, is that when they see all this um especially for Christians, whenever they see a married couple who are who seems like having a perfect marriage.
What they don't know is that couple's been together for like 30 plus years or 40 plus years, and they've gone through crap to get to that point. So they're like, oh, I want the end goal of that. Like, no, because y'all haven't gone through anything yet.
Yeah.
All you see is the end, and you want to like start at that point. No, you got to start from like ground zero, man.
And just because like they're showing like buying new things, saying sweet things, you need to here's the thing, for women and men, discernment, especially Christians, discernment is not there most of the times, especially if the other side.
What's there instead?
Oh,
Infatuation.
yep.
All infatuation.
False.
I was gonna call it lust. I stopped calling it lust because I don't think it's lust. Some of it is. I think there's definitely lust there, but the majority of it is just simply infatuation. You're infatuated with this one person, how they smell, how they look, how they feel when you hug them, when you guys kiss, all these things. You're infatuated with that. I think that's the biggest one.
Here's the thing, like I just remember when somebody said like, if you like a person because they're good looking, imagine them doing number two. If you accept that face,
What? So imagine the person pooping
Yeah.
and then making that face.
Yeah.
What face do I make? Don't do it. Don't do it. Blank it out. I'll blank that out. I put the little fuzzy stuff over your face so they don't see it. What face do I do? Okay, yeah, don't do it on. Is that it?
No, your face is it.
Anyway, so the last one, don't idolize your spouse.
Yeah.
So they can do no wrong. They are the perfect whatever it might be. And even if you don't think they're the perfect one, how am I going to put this? Trust God more than your spouse. I'll put it that way. Your joy, your peace do not come from your spouse. Happiness can come from your spouse. You can be happy at times. You can be you can enjoy time together, but true joy is uncircumstantial.
Although they can be used by God as instrument to bring joy, peace, and
Yes,
happiness
absolutely, absolutely. But they're not this. They shouldn't be the
directly.
center of that. Like if you wake up and you have a terrible attitude and you're just storming throughout the house, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, she's upset about something, and I move on. I'm still joyous. I'm still having a good day myself. Now, because I try to be a good husband. I would tend to be like, hey, what's going on? Because I want her to be more, upbeat, not just sullen and sad and depressed. But I think people fall into the whole, if they don't make me happy, then I need to get out of this marriage.
And one thing
If
I will add,
go ahead,
I
go
will
ahead.
add to that. I don't believe saying where other women say happy wife, happy life. I don't believe that. That's
Oh
selfishness.
no! Oh no!
That's
Yeah. Oh
selfishness.
no! All
It
women are.
should be happy spouse, happy
I think
house.
women, hopefully,
Both.
hopefully the women here aren't going to get upset about that
I don't
because a
care.
a lot of women. I remember when I said that to some family members of ours, and they were like, "No, if the wife ain't happy, then the whole house ain't happy." Nah, that's because sometimes the dad's not happy and the whole house ain't happy. So, happy wife, happy life. Nix that. Don't say that again. Don't ever say that again. Happy spouse, happy house. Both of y'all. So, yes, help each other out to be happy, but ultimately your joy comes from the Lord. Now, if somebody's not having a good day, then acknowledge that and work through it. Guess what? Talk through it. Or guess what? It's gonna blow over. It's gonna blow
That's
over
where
eventually.
communication comes in.
And we've been on communication for the last 2 videos. We got another one coming up, or last 3 videos at this point. I'm recording another one, but I got another one already made. Uh-oh. But yeah. So, all right, as a bonus, here's the bonus one. Um, the marriage is not yours. God gave, so if you believe God gave you this person and y'all are living blissfully and want to have this awesome marriage, you got to build this thing. I heard a YouTuber say you don't build your marriage, God builds your marriage. No, the foundation is Christ, the foundation is God, and you both build it together. And with Christ being the glue that keeps it all in place, you guys are building those bricks, those date nights, those deep conversations, those moments of reconciliation after being angry with one another. Those bricks are being built to build that awesome house, that awesome marriage, these pillars. But the foundation should be Christ. If it's a good foundation, you're building up, your marriage will be very, very good. You'll have some downs. It's like a roller coaster, but your roller coaster should be this, not going trajectory downward. It should trajectory up. So I believe the marriage is yours, you and that person. If you guys are both like minded, that's y'all's to build. Personally, I think our marriage is doing well. There are some times when I'm like, yo, I would love to just go get a thing of milk and not come back. but those thoughts come and go very, very quickly. The majority of my thoughts are, man, what can I do to help our marriage? What can I do to, help you with my daughter? How can I be a better father, be a better husband? I'm not perfect at it, but I have the thought process of that. The last one I saw in here was surrender your spouse to God. I think that's self-explanatory. I really do believe that's self-explanatory. Like if you see an issue going on and you've tried to convey the message to your spouse in a loving way, You try, even bringing in other people who might be on the outside looking in the marriage, and they see some things that are kind of wrong, and they're like, "Hey, let me talk to your spouse," and things are still going on. Surrender to God, pray about it. Um, and there's such thing as long suffering. No one likes that word, suffering long. Sometimes marriage feels like you're suffering. Do you have anything to add on that before we get out of here? Because I don't want this video to be too long.
But to add, since you mentioned you need to involve others, these people, others, should be Christ-minded, not biased, and that might say like, "Oh, forget him, forget her. She's not worth it. He's not worth it." Especially, uh, I'm saying it in a frank way. Especially people who get into a relationship immediately and then after 2 or 3 weeks already broken up with them.
Are you saying the people that try to give you advice?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Don't follow advice from people who don't have a good relationship. I don't care if they've had 1,000 relationships and they can tell you the best way to have sex. I don't care. Don't take advice from people who are not successful in their relationships. If they're telling you, "Girl, I would just leave," man, bro, I wouldn't put up with that. Yo, don't listen to them. Don't listen to people who've been married for like 40, 30, 40, 50 plus years. That's been through the trenches. That's been through some crap. Listen to them. Whatever they say, those who you listen to. We're gonna come up to 9 years, 10 years next year,
Yeah.
and I've only taken sound advice from people who've had successful marriages, and I'll say I have some people who've had bad marriages, but they say, "Hey, here's what to look out for."
Yes.
But I'm not gonna listen to somebody who is 3 years in and they're telling me like, or they're on their fourth wife, and they're telling me, "Yeah, man, she ain't cooking and cleaning like this. Man, you should just leave." No, man,
If he's not treating me, buying me stuff,
he ain't buying. Brandon's not buying you your next ring.
Even just opening the door.
Oh, we don't know about I'm sorry. I do open doors. We have a system and it works. I just don't open doors like that, man.
It's just that I'm okay with it, but at the same time, I don't want it to be normalized.
No, I'll hold the door open. If I'm in a restaurant, I'll hold the door like as you come in.
No, I mean like with cars.
Oh, cars, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't want it to be normalized that with newlywed couple would think that if their husband will not do that for them, that's a red flag. So while you're in a dating stage, know your spouse. What's that? Like love
language.
Yeah, love language.
Some people say those are overrated. I agree with those though. If you know that person loves gift giving or they love comments, feed it. Feed them. Feed those things to them. If that's the way they receive love, and maybe that's the way they give love, but you don't like the way they give it, but you understand, okay, this is the way they give love. Like my dad, he's not a lovey, hug you type person. He's a buy gifts. I like the touchy stuff, but he's a more gift giving person. So when he does give a gift, I understand, oh, this is his way of loving or showing love. So I get that. So anyway, I've got nothing else. I think we're ready to end this video. Thank you guys for listening to us have this conversation. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been fun, finally having you in the video.
With my teeth on. And
I didn't say it. Anyway, this is not so blunt. I think we're supposed to say, remember, life's not so blunt. Life doesn't have to be so blunt. It can be adventurous. It can be fun. It can be not just bland.
Or blunt.
But anyway. All right. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Y'all have a blessed night. Actually, my mouse is over here. I almost grabbed this one. It's this one.